If you love the NASCAR DURALAST Cup Series, stay tuned for some awesome news later in the video. Here is Greg Biffle's 2020 CASTROL Ford Mustang. Howdy folks, it's Diecastbuffet here again. Check this out folks, I got a custom diecast here for y'all today. It is Greg Biffle's CASTROL 2020 Ford Mustang. You might be saying, Diecastbuffet, Biffle came back for a truck race in freaking June last year. He drove a cup car, and he never drove a cup car again since, what, like 2016? I know that. Well, guess what? During the whole chaos this year, they had the iRacing deal, right? Where they run like 6 iRaces in a row every Sunday. It was great. It really helped me get through some tough times. And this was one of the paint schemes. It was Greg Biffle's car. He was driving the 16 for iRacing. This is the same paint scheme Ryan Newman runs when CASTROL is on board his 6 car. And they're actually making that diecast too. I'll be doing a review on that later this summer. Got it pre-ordered, so that diecast is getting made. So if you want to, go ahead and pre-order, man. I absolutely recommend it. But anyways, so I had a bunch of help from one of my friends, and he was showing me how to get the paint scheme wrapped and all that jazz. So I found the paint scheme, got it built. It was incredible, and I never built something like this. I had to custom wrap it and all this stuff. This is one of the first few times I've ever been able to actually wrap, like fully wrap a diecast. So over here to the nose of this CASTROL Ford Mustang. Now I know there's some green right here. It's a little bit brighter green. Look. When you're wrapping a car, one thing you gotta understand is that you will never fully wrap a diecast. There's gonna be spots where it's not gonna cover, like this right here. That was the only shade of green I had. Okay, I had to use it. Don't worry, I've been ordering some new paints. I'm trying to get a bigger variety of different shades. That way, when I do these full wraps, I can get more accurate color matches. So don't worry about that. But I had to paint this line here, paint this line there. Because what happens is, it's not me necessarily not printing the right size decals. When you print out water slide decals, it creates a white edge on it. And even though the color's off color, it looks so much better than having a white line every decal you place. So you got CASTROL over here on the nose. You got Ford. Now this one, I'll be honest, I messed up here. I'm still learning the sizes for the decals, right? So this Ford logo is supposed to be shot up. Yeah, I know. Good God, you gripe so much about Lionel Racing and all that and how they don't wrap their Fords. I'm just saying, I messed up on the nose here. Take it for what it is. So you got the Mustang joint. I mean, if you think about it, it kind of looks more like a Supra now, or like a sports car. So you got the Ford Mustang logo there. You got Roush Fenway, you got K&N, 3M, Sunoco. But I figured out how to get these paint scheme wraps and actually be able to wrap these cars. And I tell you what, man, there is so many paint schemes I want to build, and knowing that I can fully wrap cars now, it's a blessing. I mean, the sky is the freaking limit, bro. You know, in all honesty, it's one of the biggest breakthroughs I've ever had with making custom diecast, and it's, you know, all thanks to one of my friends. I mean, he really went out of his way to help me, and I greatly appreciate it, man. Go check him out. You know, Indiana Diecast guy on Instagram. Go check him out. He's a really cool dude, man. So you got Greg Biffle's signature there. Of course, it's too blurry. Look, my printer, you see these little spots here? The reason why it has all these spots is because this is a paint scheme that's supposed to have transitions. It's supposed to get brighter and darker and brighter again. The way printing technology works is it prints one little spot at a time. So the transition, if this was 10 million pixels, this thing would be crystal clear. Like, it looked like a freaking actual real wrap, right? This thing might have only 1,000 pixels. So guess what? Do with what it has. It's like a TV. You got a low resolution TV. Well, guess what? Everything's gonna look grainy. But if you got a 5K TV, everything is gonna look perfect. So you got Goodyear, you got NASCAR Race Car, NASCAR Cup Series. Got the number 16 there. Got Oscar Mayer, CASTROL. And then over here to the caboose of this diecast. And of course, since my printer cannot print out black ink properly, because it's a cheaper printer, I'll be honest with you. It prints it out in dark brown, so take that for what you will. But one thing I will say though, is that even though the diecast looks very bad on camera, off camera it looks so much better. I'll be dead honest with you. You can ask Little Rango 3. You could ask anyone who makes custom NASCAR diecast, and they will tell you the same thing almost. I mean, it's just with camera technology, they pick up the cracks, the little textures and all that jazz, and it just makes things look not clean, you know. So of course you could see some spots where I messed up. And that happens. CASTROL, you got Ford license plate, got the number 16 there, and you got a little bit of a Roush Fenway logo just chilling there on the back bumper of this Ford. And then over here to the right side of this diecast, I know it's a little bit messed up around the fender wells, you know, but guess what, guys? It's okay. And guess what? Also, guess what? This car will be running full-time in the NASCAR DURALAST Cup Series. Yeah, you heard it here first, guys. Full-time NASCAR DURALAST Cup Series entry. Greg Biffle is going to be driving in the NASCAR DURALAST Cup Series for Season 3. He's going to be driving this car full-time. I don't think he'll have an alternate paint scheme, so he'll probably stay this car unless they make some crazy paint scheme concept, and I'm interested. It takes a long time to make these cars, you know, clear coating them and wrapping them and stuff. I try to juggle as much thing as possible, you know, making gameplay videos, diecast reviews, and customs, and then actually working a 40-hour day job to pay off for all this crap, you know. It's a hard process. I don't get much free time, but I love it. I could only tell you how many hours this car actually took to make. But I mean, the 16's a little bit too high up there, but you know what? I like it, man. I like it. It's like a modern, sharp graphics. I mean, to be honest with you, bro, if you took, like, you know, the concept and jagged edge of this paint scheme, if I had to name one car it really reminds me of, Bobby Labonte. This car reminds me so much of Bobby Labonte's 2001 and 2002 car. I mean, if you took the white and you made it like black and you make that red a little bit more day glow, definitely, I think that'd be almost just about spot on. Maybe not day glow, just a little bit brighter. Actually, it is pretty bright already, but it would look so close to Bobby Labonte's car. You gotta make the green day glow, though, of course, because that's beautiful. And then over here to the roof of this diecast. And if you like custom NASCAR diecasts, check me out on Instagram at Diecastbuffet. Got a crap load of content I post there. You know, I try to post every day, but I'm always building customs. You know, if you like custom NASCAR diecasts, you know, I post stuff like this as I'm dropping stuff on my desk. I post, you know, custom diecasts like that, you know, just different builds, man. I'm always trying to build cool stuff for y'all, but at least I hope it's cool. But also, I have a playlist down below in the description of every custom NASCAR diecast I've made and reviewed. You can check that out. All the custom diecasts I've made, it's a whole archive. Feel free to binge watch it. A whole bunch of content. So you got the number 16 there. You got the TV camera. I got CASTROL. Also notice the glue did kind of leak through the rear window there. Not sure how exactly that happened, but it did. And of course, you got CASTROL over here on the deck lid. But I tell you what, man, I love making race cars, man. It is so much fun. And you know, folks, this paint scheme, look, I love the paint scheme wrap, right? Did I do a good job on it? I hope I did. I don't know if I really did or not, I'll be honest. I tried, I really did, you know. And it's so hard to wrap these cars because when you cut out the windows and all that jazz, you have to like fold it and tuck it in and all this jazz. And it's really hard to get a consistent line to go around the windows. And sometimes the windows don't want to seal to the actual car. Like right here, there's a gap there. And on this side, there's a gap there. There's even a gap here on this one. You know, sometimes they just don't want to stay to the car itself. Sometimes they do. But I try to get a very thick clear coat. So, I mean, you could see the shine there. I tried my hardest to get a thick clear coat on it. But, you know, I hope I did at least a decent job. The front, I got to be better at. But the problem is that the fronts are very hard to wrap. I'm trying to get better at it. I hope for the future customs I do. But definitely a really cool car to make. I love making it. Absolutely. There's so many, like I said, there's so many freaking paint schemes. You would not believe how many paint schemes I want to make. And now that I figured out how to do these full wrap customs, because the biggest problem is sizing the cars. That's the hardest freaking problem. I've tried for almost 2 years now trying to size the cars correctly. I can never do full wraps. That's why all my customs, they're like a logo here, a logo here. No. Now that I'm able to do full wrap customs, it changes the game. And for me, that's like Christmas morning, man. It just changes the game, bro. Anyways, folks, thank you all so much for watching the video. Ask y'all to please give the video a big thumbs up. Helps out the channel. I mean, hey, man, I put a lot of work into these custom diecasts, and I just appreciate if y'all give me a thumbs up. It would make my day. Anyways, hope you're having a great one. Check me out on Instagram. Like I mentioned, if you like custom NASCAR diecast, go ahead and check me out on Instagram. Plenty of NASCAR diecast stuff I'm building over there. And yeah, hope you're having a great one. Like, comment, and subscribe. Diecastbuffet signing off, mate. No, just kidding. Signing off.